Hey everybody, it's Dr. Steven. I'm here in my study. And I told you I would talk to you just briefly about the final paper. And so first of all, don't anybody worry, don't freak out. You have almost a month to finish it. It's not due until the very last day of class. Okay, so when you finish your final exam, which will be very easy, all you have to do is just upload the paper. But I know you'll probably want to get started on it soon, so let me just give you just a few helpful hints, if you will. It says 6 to 8 pages. 6 pages is fine. Don't worry, because double-spaced, all of that, it'll be done before you know it. So here's just some simple advice. First of all, the topic. You can pick from one of two things. You can either go to your Understanding Scripture text by Grudem, and you can pick a topic on one of those, I forget how many sections there are, but the different sections, you know, there's the ancient manuscripts, genre, archaeology, the canon, and so forth. So you can grab one of those, or you can go to my friend Glenn Powell's book, Saving the Bible from Ourselves, and you can just pick one of those topics that really resonated with you. Here's what I would suggest. Pick something that actually interests you. Pick one of the topics that just really jumped out at you. Maybe it was about the snacking Bible. Maybe it was about the collection of manuscripts or how the canon was developed. Maybe it's about the whole idea of community Bible engagement and a book club approach. However you want to do it, just pick a subject that really resonates with you, that gets you kind of excited or going, okay? And here's a simple way to write the paper. Basically, there's kind of 3 movements in it. You tell us what you're going to write. You give some introduction to it. That's a page or, thereabouts. Then you write the body of it. You make your points. You use some references. You certainly can use a few outside references, not only the textbook and the scriptures, but if there's another couple of references, that would be good. And then finally, when you're done, you summarize and tell us why you wrote it with some passion. Why is this important? Why was it worth saying? And you'll be done with it before you know it. Now, a couple of practical things. First of all, we do have at King's University it's very specific directions on how papers are to be done. It's in the Turabian Style. I have to be honest with you. The different styles, Turabian, MLA, APA, Chicago APA, all of those, really all they're talking about is how footnotes or endnotes and citations are recorded and how the bibliography is formatted. Beyond that, and if I'm quite honest with you, those things really don't matter that much to me. It's just more the content and that you're doing a good job. The second thing, though, is be careful of little things like punctuation and grammar and particularly spelling. I might make a note because I've learned this the hard way. Don't trust spell check. I mean, use it, of course, but don't always trust it, especially in biblical and theological terms. For example, my doctorate is in the area of missiology. Well, spell check to this day doesn't believe that's an actual word. And so I always have to go in and make sure I've spelled it correctly. So make sure it's done. This is not an English composition class, so I'm not grading you on some of the finer details of transition sentences and those kinds of things. But still, this is a college level course, so we want you to do a good job. And so you need to take some effort at that. I will tell you this. Everybody who does their best and turns in a paper is going to get a decent grade. You're going to get a decent passing grade. You don't have to worry about it. So don't panic if that is your inclination to panic. Okay? Just don't worry about it. But if you want to get a better grade, if you want to get a B+ or an A- or even an A, then take some effort toward your transitional sentences. Don't make your paragraphs too long. Those kinds of things. But seriously, 6 pages, 7 pages is not really very long, double-spaced, and you'll be able to do just a great job. So I'd encourage you going ahead and kind of narrowing down your subject now, even though you've still got another reflection paper to write, and this will just give you some, perhaps relieve the anxiety as you start to think about what your final paper is going to look like. I have so enjoyed getting to know you guys, and you're all going to do just a great job. I have no doubt. So hope this helps, and I look forward to reading what you write.